Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sakina Ali, and I am a BBA second semester student at Indian Institute of Business Management. And today we will explore a very important topic, that is joint stock company. So let's start. So, joint stock company is a legal entity which is formed by the association of people who have a common goal, that is to earn profit. So, joint stock company also has a legal recognition because it is registered under the Companies Act 2013, and it is also treated as a separate entity, which means it is completely different from its owner. It can borrow money, own assets, and even sign contract on its own. And its ownership is divided into shares, which is easily transferable and sold and bought. Moving forward, now we have key features of joint stock company. These are the main key features. First one is separate legal entity. As I told earlier, it is treated as a separate legal entity. Second one is limited liability. This means the investor only risks the money they invested. They do not risk their own money. Third one is perpetual succession. This means even when the owner changes or died, this does not affect the company. The company continue to exist. The fourth one is common seal. Joint stock company has a common seal which they use to sign official documents and contracts. The fifth one is large capital base. Joint stock company can earn large funds by selling their shares to multiple investors. And the last one is transferability of shares. This means the share is transferred to anyone who want to buy it. Now we have the types of joint stock company. The joint stock company has three main types. First one is private company. Private company must at least have 2 members and it can have maximum 200 members. This private company's share is restricted. This means it cannot invite public to buy its shares. The best example of this is Flipkart Internet Private Limited. The second we have is public company. In public company, we must have at least 7 members, but there is no upper limit. We can transfer the share of the public company. This means we can invite public to buy its shares. The well-known example of this public company is Tata Motors Limited. And the last one is one-person company, which is also known as OPC. It is a new concept which is formed to give the single individual entrepreneurs to enjoy the protection of limited liability. The example of these is Foodie Bay Online Service Private Limited. Moving forward, now we have the formation of joint stock company. The formation of joint stock company happens at several stages. The first stage is promotion. In this, we came up with a business idea, conduct feasible study, and assemble resources that we require. Second one is incorporation. This means we have a formal registration with the registrar by filling memorandum and article of association. The third stage is capital subscription. For public companies, we issue and collect share application money from the public. The last one is commencement of business. In this stage, we finally get the certificate to officially start the operation. Now, joint stock company has many advantages. Some of these advantages are large capital mobilization. As I told, joint stock company can raise a large amount of fund which is very suitable for large scale projects. The second is limited liability for investors. This means that the investors only risk the money they invested in the company. They do not risk their own assets or money. The third is ease of share transferability. This means shares are easily transferred. The fourth one is perpetual existence. As I told, the company continue to exist forever. Even when the owner changes, it does not affect the company's existence. The last one is professional management. The company is managed by skilled professionals. That's why it leads to efficient operations. Along with the advantages, it also has some disadvantages. First is complex formation. The formation of joint stock company is a complex formation process. It includes a lot of time, money, and effort. Second is extensive regulation. Joint stock company must follow legal rules, audit, and reporting. The third is lack of secrecy. As the financial detail is closed to public, these compromise the business secrecy. The last one is potential for conflicts. As the owners and the management are different, this can lead to the conflict. Now, let us compare joint stock company with partnership. So, joint stock company is separate from its owner, but in partnership, it is not separated from the partners. Joint stock company have a limited liability, but partnership is unlimited for the partners. Joint stock company is perpetual succession. This means it exists, but in partnership, when the partner die, the partnership ends. Joint stock company raise a large amount of fund, but in partnership, the capitals depend on the contribution of the partners. Last is transfer of interest. In joint stock company, share is easily transferable, but in partnership, we required consent of all partners to transfer the share. So, what is the importance of joint stock company in modern business? First is it is suitable for large scale industries. As a joint stock company can raise large fund, it is suitable for large industries because they require large number of money to have a large scale operations. Second is encourage economic growth and investment. Joint stock company contribute to economy as it increase investment and development. The third one is provide employment opportunity. Joint stock company provide opportunity to many peoples. The last one is ensure better governance and accountability as it is managed by professional. It is very efficient and effective. Thank you everyone. That is the end of my presentation. I hope you understand the concept of joint stock company, and I would like to thank my professor Priyanka ma'am for giving me this opportunity to present on this topic.